Hi guys, Dr. Rosie Main. I want to share with you just some of the things that I've been doing myself for just issues with stress. And many of you that know me have just seen the fact that, I've been traveling a lot, seeing my dad. He had a stroke about 2 months ago, and it's been a journey here the last 2 months. But the fact is when it comes to stress, I anchored to God's truth and knowing that, He's going to help me. And I'm so just knowing that, with my family, my sister also is undergoing a lot of stress, but stress happens to all of us and we can't avoid it. We know that even during this season, many times people just start to get stressed out, and we think it's called the flu season, but actually it's not necessarily the case. It's the fact that we are just exposed to so much stress, not only emotionally, but physically and also chemically. We're bombarding ourselves with sugar. So what are the top 3 things I think that maybe you should do during the season? Is number 1, prayer. I think that number 1, we should always go back and seek Him for peace of mind and heart and soul. And of course, number 2, I would suggest that you start getting adjusted. The nervous system has been shown to, of course, controls everything, but it has been shown to boost your immunity. And so my kids specifically, they've never been to a doctor, never been vaccinated or medicated. They actually have an amazing immune system, but when they have been exposed to things, we know and trust God that, He's going to heal them. But we also abide to honoring our temple. And so we make sure that, we give them the proper foods, get away from the sugars, and then also just boost some of the nutrients such as vitamin D, vitamin C. And so that's one of the things that we do for our kids and for ourselves. Minerals are also very deficient, so we actually make sure that we're taking in proper amount of minerals. And then lastly, and this has really been working for me, is using adaptogens. And I know that for myself, when I get stressed, my insulin sensitivity decreases and my sugars rise. And that's where I'm very vulnerable with this. I'm not saying it's a genetic thing. It's a genetics are a tendency, but they're not a life sentence. My mom died of diabetes, my sister last year, So we're prone to have these things, but it's our epigenetics that plays a role. So we have control of that too. So adaptogens are what I want to talk about today, as far as things like holy basil, ashwagandha, cordyceps. There's also rhodiola. These adaptogens are, again, things that God put in our earth so that we can utilize to help ourselves. And so I use specifically Stress RX, and this product here, Stress RX, I carry in my office. But if you want to find out more about it, it has adaptogens, and ashwagandha is one of those just amazing just things that we can utilize to help adapt. And adaptogens actually allow your adrenal system to adapt to stress. And so when it comes to my performance, when it comes to lifting, I love lifting weights. And sometimes when I'm stressed, my lean body tissue goes down, my fat raises because of cortisol. Cortisol actually, is a catabolic hormone, and it breaks down tissue. And so when I want to make sure my performance stays up, I take some of these, and I typically do it on a consistent basis. But it's basically one of those things that you can do. And then if you are a nightshade, have problems with nightshades, it is a nightshade, so you want to be aware of that. But rhodiola, cordyceps is also in it, and cordyceps is actually a medicinal mushroom that is very good, again, to combat just the stress and the adrenal hormones. And then rhodiola also, what I love with the rhodiola is a plant, but it also helps with your immune system. So these are the things that I do, those top 3 things. Number 1 is prayer. Find time to do stuff that is fun and get some peace of mind. And number 2 is, again, get adjusted. Go make sure your nervous system is functioning at 100%. And lastly is add more adaptogens. So if you have any questions you want to post here, like our page, share this. And if you have questions on the Stress RX, give us a call. And my number is 208-859-6170. So thank you for tuning in. And also come to our workshop, Holy Hormones, on Tuesday, October 30th. Thanks.